We're joined by Grammy-nominated producer, composer, and sonic innovator Justin Gray, who is a really cool cat when it comes to technology. And he's known for his groundbreaking work across genres and his forward-thinking approach to sound design. Justin is pushing new boundaries once again with his latest album, IMMERSED. It's a project that lives up to its name, layered, spacious, and crafted to pull listeners deep into a world of texture and emotion. And Justin joins us live on the broadcast.
And I think with this record, I'm trying to blend both those things. I want to create things that can't happen in nature, but also blend them with, if you're standing in front of a string quartet or a beautiful piano or a drum set, it sounds so great in a lovely space. And we just want to recreate that experience. And that's where this technology kind of marries in the musical process for me.
So that's what you want them to notice first. When they sit down, when you hit play, the first thing you want people to notice is just this sound that's everywhere, that's sort of recreates almost a live experience.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, as a composer, of course, we can think of composition as, top line and harmony as an example, and anyone could play the piece. But for me with this, the composition is it being produced through the speakers. I think that there's aspects of this that can only really exist in the imagination until it's actually reproduced. And that's, again, the blending. Like, for instance, the record opens with, multiple layers of kalimba being played all around you. If you can imagine, that'd be a pretty tricky thing to have for a live audience, having 15 kalimba players surround you. Then suddenly there's a brass quartet and a string quartet, drums, electric guitar, mixed in with udu and and tabla, different percussion instruments. And I want to create an environment where you as an audience, you're truly actually in the middle of the ensemble rather than watching them on stage. And that's a surreal experience. That's something that we can't really create in a physical space, or at least not very practically speaking. So the technology allows that to happen in a really exciting way. But then, as you were saying, for Alan Blumlein as an example, I want to present those instruments authentically, because they just sound so good. When we're in a good studio or a beautiful concert hall, you hear the orchestra and that's it. And I think for great classical recording engineers, they've been searching since the advent of the microphone, since the advent of the gramophone, for how can we reproduce the thing we hear in real life, again, for a listener later on.
Wow, that's cool. This is really impressive because this is the first Canadian album in history nominated for a Grammy in Best Immersive Audio. Congrats on the Grammy nomination.
Thank you so much.
Congrats on the record. Congrats on your success. And thanks for making the time to come in and see us today here at Jazz FM91.